All right, legends, welcome back to another video here on GLR.
Hey guys, today's video, The Ricky Gervais Show, Series 2, Episode 12, Art.
Art.
We have no idea.
We have no idea.
No.
I mean, I'm just, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll just find out.
Yeah, we'll just find out. We're coming to a close on Series 2, though.
Series 2.
We're getting there. Two more.
I know. Including this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Before we get going here, if you like this kind of content, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is free. And there's a link in the description for our Patreon so you can get early access to these videos, as well as a 7-day trial that we have going on right now for you to come on over, see if you like everything, and see if it's your cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's crack on with it.
All right.
All right.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Karl Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that all right?
Okay, here we go.
Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon that is Karl Pilkington.
I'll leave him alone.
What is art? It's a very broad term.
Right
It's a
into it.
very difficult one as well.
Well, let me throw that question over to Karl Pilkington.
What do you want to know?
Well, we were just trying to clarify what art is.
It's just something for your eyes to look at.
Right.
It's just a change from the norm, innit? I mean, that's why I think most people have it. But then the problem is, I'd never buy a piece of art. I don't see the point in buying something because I know that my eyes will get bored of it eventually.
Right.
Have you got much art in your house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it gives me pleasure, and I don't get tired of it. I don't get bored
Do you
of
look at it every day?
Well, it's there, isn't it? It just
Yeah,
adds
but other things
a
are there.
pleasure to
Dust
it.
is there, but
Surprisingly, I've not compared
I think
art
I've
to dust as often as I perhaps should. But the thing about, and this I think may be intriguing to you, Damien Hirst, of course, is more of a conceptual artist like Tracy Emin, and a lot of what contemporary art does is followed on from a guy called Marcel Duchamp, who I'm sure you're familiar with. Now, he famously took a gentleman's white urinal like you'd find in a pub toilet, and he put it on its side, and he signed it with a fake name, and he put it in an art gallery. Now, he did that in about 1917, perhaps a bit later.
it just annoys me because there'll be snobby people who haven't got a clue. And they're looking at that and they go, oh yeah, see what he's trying to say.
Well, that might make them think. They might.
Damien Hirst, I don't feel angry with Damien Hirst really, because he's
Right.
getting away with it.
But why does that annoy you?
Because it's people falling into the trap. Damien Hirst, before he dies, I bet he goes, what a laugh that was. I had everyone on.
There's a very good point as well, because some people think that the greatest art form of the last 100 years is marketing.
Yeah.
Some people say that that is his art, that it's not good enough to do it. You've got to then get away with it. And if the point of art is to inflame, I don't think anything inflames people more than the discussion about whether something's art, or if someone's taking the piss, or if someone gets 50 million for something, do they deserve it? Is it worth a hospital?
Well, what do you think? What do you think of the shark in the tank?
I think I was blown away by it. I thought I'd never seen anything like it before.
It was sort of spectacular because it is so huge and so vast, and to have put a shark, you know, in formaldehyde and to have hung it in an art gallery, it's very striking when you see it.
Yeah,
it's a remarkable achievement.
But what is he? Is he an artist or a fishmonger? What he's done, anyone could have done what he did.
Yes, but not everyone did it.
Carl is mad.
Yeah. I can see that. I mean, because art is just someone's expression of their creativity, right?
Right.
But I see what Carl's saying too, because like if you go to a museum here in Spain and you see the progression of art, you can see how it's definitely changed.
That's true.
And like you look at the 15th century or whatever, it's just like really ornate. A lot of people put a lot of time and effort into the art that they created.
Right.
And usually it's in paintings or sculptures or whatever. And then there's one particular museum in Malaga
Right.
where you can see that as time is progressing.
Yeah.
And then you reach into the 20th century area of where art is. And then it's just like a chair that has one missing leg. And instead of the normal leg, it's a plastic leg from another chair. And it's like, boom, art.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's
what?
True. That's true. And I just want to say that you said the 15th century. You're just picking a number.
I'm just picking a number.
Because somebody in the comments would be like, oh, no, in the 15th century, they didn't do that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm just picking in way back
I know you
hundreds
don't know.
of years ago.
I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. But I'm just saying, it is like, there are things that I guess we all do criticize what is art.
Yeah.
And that's just what we naturally do, because looking at that chair, it's like, that ain't art.
I don't know. I don't know if we criticize it, but it's just, I guess
everybody sees it
art
differently.
is from a perspective.
Yeah.
Everybody can look at the same piece
beholder.
of art and have a different idea of what it means to them, what it is, all of that stuff. So
yeah.
I
mean, I could see that shark being really, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Some people would argue, is that art? That's probably where the argument is.
Yeah.
Whether that is art. It's definitely a display.
Yeah.
A historic display kind of thing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
What he's done, anyone could have done what he did.
Yes, but not everyone did it. He did it. This is an interesting point that you raise. It's the same old point you always raise. Not anyone could have done it. That's always the same point you make. Anyone could have done it.
Karl,
but they didn't do it.
You could say the same about Michelangelo. Is he an artist or a painter and decorator?
Well, it hasn't caught on, has it? Like the crying boy photograph. No one's having them in their house. No one's gone, oh, have you seen this? Have you seen the new trend, a shark in a tank? No one's got the room. No one wants it. And that, to me, shows you what's popular. At the end of the day, if everyone wants one, he's got to be good, hasn't it?
But I think if people were given a chance to appreciate more sophisticated things, then they would. And I just think that's true in all walks of life. You know, it's an acquired taste, and the best things are an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't got pictures in our flat because of that mirrored wall I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right?
I remember that.
So I mean, it's tiny. You've been in it. Got windows on one wall, door to get in on the other, kitchen on the other, mirrored wall on the other. So there's
no
nowhere
space for
there.
art.
There's no space for art.
I'm intrigued how you sit at home. Where's the sofa?
At home,
Yeah.
facing the mirror.
So you sit looking at yourself all night,
Yeah,
as opposed to a painting.
yeah, but at least that changes each day.
No, it doesn't.
It does. The picture
No, it's
changes.
not. It's round and miserable every fucking day.
No, honestly, it's good to, because you don't look at yourself otherwise. Especially me, I haven't got any hair to comb or anything, so I don't look in the mirror as much as the normal person. So, whereas now, I'm looking there every day.
So you're sat at home staring at yourself?
No, because the telly's in front of the mirror.
But are you not distracted by yourself?
Yeah, you do. When the adverts are on, you look up, and if Suzanne's sat next to me, I tend to talk to her through the mirror.
What do you mean? So
I could see that. I mean, it would be distracting.
You talk to her through the mirror. She's sitting right next to you. I'll be like this. I'm talking to you, looking over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
why don't you look at her when you talk to her?
Well, you don't have to turn your neck or anything. There's no neck usage going on. I can just
Yeah.
look forward. I look at the telly, lift the eyes up, look in the mirror, look at me, look at her.
What did she do?
No,
Look back at you
we're
in the
used
mirror.
to it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like there's more people in the room in a way. It's like,
They're further away.
there's nothing odd about that. Why wouldn't you use... It doesn't matter. Your
Sorry,
eyes, remember, your
why
eyes
wouldn't
are
you
still...
talk to your girlfriend via a mirror all the time? Is that your question?
Well, no, I think it's quite normal. If your head is facing a mirror where you can see everything in that room, remember, it's a small flat, I can see everything that's going on in there without moving my head. Stephen Hawking would be well happy. So I can look forward, she's sat next to me. If I'm watching the telly, I can say something. Now, she's getting the sound from me still because she's sat close.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're further away, but things look better from a distance anyway.
So that's how you managed to keep this relationship alive?
Maybe.
You're such an odd little man.
But no, it's not odd. You see, there was a woman on the estate who did use... have I told you about Miss Peggy before?
No.
It rings a bell. Go on.
I'm going to tell you ages ago, it's this fat woman who used to be on the estate. She had a 3-wheeler bike.
Oh, God.
And her
Push
husband's...
bike, pedal bike.
Yeah, like a tricycle thing, but a big one.
Right.
She used to sit her husband in the basket in the back. And cycle about, what have you.
Yeah.
She was known as Miss Piggy. Anyway.
Oh, is this the one that she used to beat him up so your dad pretended to be a policeman?
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, well, the way she used to communicate,
Oh
she used to always go in quick save and nick biscuits. And if anyone went up to her to say stop nicking the biscuits, she'd pull out like a little mirror out of a bag and she'd look in it but talk to you via the mirror.
Oh, man!
What?
This
So she was
place you
insane.
got- It's weird, isn't it? It's
It was really weird.
Like
It used to scare me.
It's like a
Oh,
This sounds a scare.
yeah.
Salvador Dali painting. You exist in there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's really, really
So
weird.
hang on. So she used to talk to people through the mirror because she was mental.
I couldn't sit, watch the telly, and look at me watching the telly in the mirror all night.
No,
That's
no,
weird.
that would be
Why?
really weird.
It's really weird, Carl.
I'd be very conscious of myself.
No,
Conscious
I
of the
think
way
it gives you...
Why? Like, if I'm watching a show, I'm watching a show.
You're watching a show, but it is distracting. I remember we were in a restaurant and there was a mirror right here. And like, I even told you, I don't know if you remember, but I said, oh man, I wish there wasn't a mirror here. It's just like distracting. Like, I don't want to see myself while I'm talking to you.
What restaurant is this?
It was some Mexican restaurant.
Oh, do you
It was
remember?
one of the only Mexican restaurants in Malaga.
Oh, this is in Spain.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's distracting.
oh,
But
I guess.
so I agree with Stephen and Ricky that it's distracting.
That's distracting.
Yeah. But Carl
guess so,
doesn't.
but-
He's just used to it, I suppose.
Well, what Karl did is he made do with his circumstances.
Yeah, he has no choice.
Yeah. He's
I
not
mean-
complaining about it. He's just he's
Yeah.
happy where he's at.
I thought he like put like a sheet or he could put something on top of it.
Maybe.
So-
But he doesn't think he needs to because
Yeah,
it
he
doesn't
doesn't care.
distract
He
him.
don't care.
Yeah.
It gives you confidence in that. And if you are
Gives you
sort of...
confidence.
Well, yeah, because you're seeing yourself more and you pick up what habits you do and stuff like that.
Huh?
So what have you changed through your viewing of yourself?
I sort of grew a beard the other week, just something different to look at for a bit. And then you get sick of that. It's like a piece of art. Change that, have a bit of a shave.
Can you see the back of the telly in the mirror?
A little bit, yeah. If the flat's a mess, it's a mess twice.
That's true.
Oh, God! Oh. Sculptures.
Uh-oh.
What do you think of sculptures? I mean, because that's something that really is getting into the 3D world there, isn't it? No longer do you have to represent something as 3D. You can make something. You know, is it... You know, the statues are amazing, aren't they?
They're clever, aren't they?
I love Karl. Because I could just see, as soon as Ricky says sculptures, I just see him like, just thinking, what about him? Like, what's happening? He's just thinking. I think that's why he's like a good fit on this show. And then Ricky's life and Steven's life is because he's just open to anything. Let's just talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk about dirt. You want to talk about dirt?
Right. He'll find something to say. Yeah.
I got something to say about my elbow.
He has an opinion.
He has an opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, they always look the same.
Well, that's not true, is it? Because recently there was quite a controversial one, a huge one in London, the pregnant thalidomide woman. What do you think of that?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Thoughts?
I wouldn't have it in my house.
Well, there wouldn't be room because it would just be you, Suzanne, and a pregnant thalidomide watching telly.
I don't know what he was trying to say. It's...
Maybe she was saying, okay, we've had the human form. This is an example of the human form.
Yeah, but do you think she started off trying to do normal and it was like, oh, chipped a bit off?
No.
One of the arms got chipped
Well,
off.
it makes you wonder, doesn't it? And why? You see that square, Trafalgar Square, you got that? Nelson's column, he's got one arm and a leg missing or something and a patch over his eye. Then you've got the thalidomide. Why can't they just do a full person?
Well, that was what they saw. That was what the artist saw.
It's about confronting us with certain preconceptions of what that what we expect of the human form, what we expect of sculpture. And it's probably a little ironic comment as well on the famous Rodin. It's wrapped up with all kinds of ideas of maternity, of the human form, of what sculpture is. Why wouldn't you put that in a big public place?
What about the subject? Did you think, who's that subject? Who is that woman?
No, not really, because the thalidomides are around, and we've all seen one. It's not like a shocking image. It's one of life's little things that it chucks out. There's some out there, so
Amazing.
it's not
Amazing.
shocking, is it? I don't understand what you mean. I think what I thought is, it just goes to show we're sort of running out of ideas.
What do you think of people who are so angry at art they try and censor it, or they try and destroy it? Do you think art should ever be censored?
It's where you put it. If it's in a gallery, then it doesn't have to be censored. If it's in Trafalgar Square, where everyone's wandering around having a nice time, you don't want a 12-foot cock. So it's all about where you put it. I think some art looks better because of where it is. Angel of the North, that's a bit of art, but it's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? You're driving along a miserable motorway.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that over there? Gives you something for your eyes to look at again. Motorways are the most boring place to drive. But you go, oh, look, there's a bit of art over there.
Yeah, but
Stick that
then
Angel
again,
of the
should you be
North.
looking at art when you're going at 70 miles an hour along a motorway?
Well, yeah, because it's really big. You can keep your eye on it and
Look in the mirror.
Thanks, Stephen.
it's not a problem.
Wait till you go past it and look in the mirror like normal.
So you like the Angel of the North?
Because it's something in the middle of nothing.
Right, but if you put it somewhere else...
Stick it in Trafalgar Square, you'd go, oh, more clutter.
Remember
I
that?
mean,
Shoot, I forgot what it was. But remember at the Grapevine in California, like at the beginning, there was a big old display of art. Like it was in the middle of nowhere.
I think so.
Damn, like big grocery furniture. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. It was something like that.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of that.
Oh, okay.
It's in the middle
In the middle of nowhere. I
It was
like that.
It was like 30, 40 years ago. So
Right, yeah.
I don't really remember
But I
exactly
like it
what it
when
was.
there's art in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we were shown the cartoon version of Animal Farm when we were about like 15, 16. We were discussing it afterwards about, Napoleon, oh yeah, great, oh yeah, communism versus, the poor proletariat and all this. And this bloke went, you lot make me sick. It was just a nice film about some animals. Brilliant.
Yeah. What's your take on that, Carl? No, go on.
Wait, hold on. I was too busy looking at Ricky. Let me hear this again. Sorry.
Ricky's cool hair.
I remember we were shown the cartoon version of Animal Farm when we were about like 15, 16. We were discussing it afterwards about, Napoleon, oh yeah, great, oh yeah, communism versus, the poor proletariat and all this. And this bloke went, you lot make me sick. It was just a nice film about some animals. Brilliant.
Yeah. What's your take on that, Carl? No, go on. What's your point? Because you can see the irony there, can't you?
I haven't seen it.
No.
If you want to do a serious point, don't use animals.
No? Well, I disagree with that because I think my favourite is
They were
probably
watching
Charles.
a movie?
Yeah, Animal Farm, you called it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a movie. It's a book.
No, he said it was, he said they were watching a movie
Oh, okay.
called Animal Farm, and it, I guess, deals, I don't
Isn't Animal Farm the one where the animals are alive and they, it's like, it's controversial, it's political.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Oh,
That
okay.
was dealing with communism and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
so they're asking Carl's opinion.
Okay. But I didn't know it was a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dickens, and I think the greatest story, because I think my favourite is probably Charles Dickens, and I think the greatest story ever told is A Christmas Carol, and there's only one way that could ever be improved, and that is a Muppet Christmas
That's
Carol.
absolutely right.
Oh, God.
So, and I think that I think people could take a lesson from that and maybe do other films with the Muppets. A Muppet Schindler's List.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make it so moving, couldn't you?
Schindler's List in space.
Oh, God.
Miss Piggy's Choice. Well, we talked about that.
What?
About things like that in art as well. Do you think that bringing something so serious to the masses, like films do, things like the Holocaust and like Sophie's Choice, where she has to choose which child lives and dies.
Why does she have to pick?
Well, because the Nazis were horrible, nasty, evil people.
And which one did you pick?
I don't think that's the point. I don't think that's the point.
I love the idea that
this is not a betting game.
No, but I imagine this is like deal no deal. It's kind of you down to the last two. Which one are you going to go for?
Oh God!
You said it's like deal or no deal.
No.
Oh, Carl, come on, Carl. Steven is the best in this scene right here. He's like, what the? Yeah.
Which one are you going to go for?
Watch.
Oh God! But why did you ask? Which one did you choose? Because even if he'd said the names Robert and Alison, what difference would it make? You don't know the story. Why is
No,
it that
because
you've
then
said...
I'd ask more then. If you said Alison, I'd go, what was it with Alison? What did she have over Robert? That's what films are meant to do. You question it. Whenever I watch a film with Suzanne, I always say at the end, what was going on there?
That's because you're an idiot.
No.
That's because you've just watched Muppet Christmas Carol and you can't understand why a frog's able to talk.
I'm all for films with a good storyline.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's a perfect point. One extraordinary point.
He's going to follow this up, mate. He's going to follow
got
this up.
something there. He's got something here.
Carl, go on then. What's your
No.
take on films?
Films are really good. You can get lost in them.
Right.
And
You like one with a good story?
I mean, whenever anyone asks, it's always the same. It's Elephant Man.
He loves
It's
it.
Kez.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 2.
Impossible too. These are what you consider the great works
No, I'm
of
just
film
saying
art.
these are ones that I've enjoyed recently.
Okay.
There's so many films that I haven't seen, yet you always say, oh, have you seen so-and-so? You
Well,
love
Mission
it.
Impossible 1.
And it's good.
Carl is not humored.
No.
He's not amused. He's like, oh, whatever, Steven. Look.
And it's good news for you. 3's out.
That's true.
He's not laughing.
One of the most striking art exhibitions that I ever attended, Karl, was an exhibition of outsider art. Something I'm sure you're very familiar with. Outsider art, of course, is work that is made by people who are often institutionalized for mental health problems, or they are just incredibly, the people who aren't in any way part of the art establishment.
Well, right up to psychopathic murderers, clinically insane mass murderers would count as outsider art. I went to an outsider art exhibition in New York. It was incredible, and I bought a painting of this guy. He's a chronic schizophrenic, and he paints in tar, like road tar, that he gets from roads, and he paints in that on wood he finds in sort of skips, and it's incredible because it's sort of like scratched in. And it's amazing. And there's this thing of Jesus being helped down off the cross. Admittedly, I was walking around there going, this is fucking mental. And James was going, you've got to stop saying that. Because, of course, some of the people are mental. There was one bloke doing a sculpture of a skull, right? And underneath, it was like a little head with his teeth. Underneath, he'd put a sign that said real teeth.
Oh, wow.
Where did he get the real teeth from?
What I think is interesting about that is how much
Nobody thought that was funny.
No. No.
therapy it provides for these often mentally unstable people, which is another important value of art, of course. People's self-expression, people being able to give a little piece of themselves through their work. Do you not see any value in that? How do you express yourself?
Whistle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You whistle.
Yeah, I found over Christmas I whistled a lot more than I usually do.
That's true. He's in a good mood.
Yeah.
You whistle more.
That's expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was just freedom.
What do you mean freedom?
It's like
Right,
freedom.
expand on this point if you would.
Well, that's what art is, isn't it? It's you being free of all the world's heaviness on your shoulders.
See, that's a great quote, that. That's great, that. For art is freedom. I love that, because I think you've really hit on something there.
Would you include the free of all the world's heaviness?
Well, I know what you meant. I know what you meant there.
Would you include that one in it?
I mean, I would include the world's heaviness in my freedom. You know, some artists are attracted to the dark side, the heaviness of the world.
But I just want to return to you whistling as your artistic expression of freedom. I mean, why did you find yourself whistling more?
That's what was weird.
So just take us through a typical day. When would the whistling begin?
So this was that you spent Christmas down in Kent with Suzanne and her parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I suggest something? Your freedom was thinking, I'm in my own place now, I'm going to annoy them.
Well, it was mainly, it's when we were playing Scrabble. And they were taking ages to have their go. And couldn't have the radio on because the boiler affects the radio.
You've got boiler problems down in Kent as well?
It works, it just gives something off. Every time it kicks in, the radio goes all staticky.
Oh.
Right.
So I just was sort of supplying the soundtrack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of things would you be whistling?
It was like, I just sort of did a whistle medley. It was going from one thing to another.
A Wedley.
And a man was impressed. She was like, oh, you can whistle, can't you? I was going, yeah. And then she was saying, how loud can you go? I was just doing all different levels.
Sorry, this sounds like a scene from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The boiler's setting off the radio. I can whistle. Oh, you're good whistling, aren't you? Oh, yeah, Scrabble. Talk about outsider art.
I love the fact that Karl's life is like living in a home when
is.
you're in your 80s.
Yeah.
But you felt that this was your way of expressing yourself.
I just found it odd because I don't whistle that much. I think just because I think I'm fed up most of the time when I'm in London. And you don't whistle when you're fed up. Whistling's a happy thing. You never get an angry man suddenly breaking into a
Well,
whistle.
the people who aren't whistling are usually pissed off. But yeah, the bloke who's whistling, it's like, it's the least, he's the least annoyed person in the room when someone's whistling. Same as holding a drill. The only person that noise doesn't annoy is the bloke who's drilling. Everyone else wants a bunch of space in. Same with whistling. Whistling, there's no point in whistling.
No, there is.
No, there's not.
Don't know. I mean, our window cleaner was known as like, that's how you knew he was there. He always whistled. And in the end, he fell off his ladder, broke his front teeth, retired.
Ow.
Because he couldn't whistle.
That was it. It was like,
Well, yeah, he whistled all the time.
Can't whistle, can't clean windows. It's a bit tragic.
Could he take along a whistle? Just pop that in his mouth.
Yeah, I suppose he could have done.
What about a flute? Or a recorder? Not London's burning again. Fucking clean the windows and then fuck off.
He didn't really think this through, did he? He retired at the age of 28. And his whole family were bankrupt.
With no teeth.
Yeah.
And just a bucket and a squeegee.
Why aren't you working, Dad? Because I can't whistle.
I can't whistle anymore. And if the day you give up whistling is the day I give up window cleaning.
So you never whistle?
No.
I can't really whistle very well. No.
I can't whistle.
I don't whistle, but I can whistle better than that.
Wow. Look, Karl's really into it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't whistle, but I can whistle better than that.
What, you did this for hours on end while playing Scrabble?
About 2 hours.
2 hours?
Oh my god.
Put my word down.
And this, sorry, can we just hear that again? Just hear it. Can we...
He's
an okay
I
whistler.
put my word down on that.
2 hours?
Put my word down.
And this, sorry, can we just hear that again? Just hear it. Can we hear it?
So you were whistling,
that's
you were
good.
whistling after you had your go as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is
Fucking
good.
hell, Karl.
But hang on, let's just hear a bit. That is Karl's self-expression. That is his artistic self-expression right there.
A name. No tune, no nothing.
There's mental patients who have smeared canvases with shit who have expressed more than you have in that.
Yeah, but it's not about other people. I'm not there to please other people.
You're there to annoy him.
What was the best word you came up with in Scrabble?
Don't knock me at Scrabble, because I do all right. What's weird is, when I play Scrabble, my brain can come up with words that I don't normally say.
Okay, this isn't... No, I'm intrigued here. Your brain can come up with words you wouldn't normally say.
Just words that I'd never drop into a sentence.
Tree, cat.
Go on.
Squirm. That's using a Q. It's worth 10, that. It's not bad, is it? No, I'd never say that.
I've never heard you, I don't think I've ever heard you say squirm, no.
Yeah.
I don't think you're right, Karl. I've never heard you say squirm.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird.
And yet
weird,
your brain popped that one out.
And then, yeah, when it wasn't my go, just... Anyway, so that's sort of doing art for yourself as opposed for other people.
I don't think you can count what you just did then as art. Hobby maybe, craft, pastime. I don't think you can count that as art. I'm not being funny. I'm being a bit snobby here. But I think there's a difference between Beethoven and... Squirm. There's a cue in that.
Oh, he's whistling pretty good.
Yeah. He's not better than Karl, though.
Oh.
No.
I think, well, it's a self-expression. So if the definition of art is self-expression, then he is, in a way, art.
He's artistic. He's being
artistic.
Mm.
Or, well, actually, I don't know.
I don't know.
That is
Like,
a tough one.
Because it's like,
Maybe that is different.
What if you just like start humming something that's horrible, or the people who used to be horrible on the American Idol or something?
Yeah.
Like they would think they're artists.
Well, that's true. They would
Yes,
think
they
that
are.
they are artists.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, as they say.
Yeah. So maybe that is art. It's a form of music.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Which is
That's
art.
what Karl was saying.
Artistic.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So this whole show was about art.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how normally it's whatever the title is, it's just like a small
Little
segment.
Yeah.
But they talked about art the whole time.
I think the last couple, well, maybe two of the last 3 or 4 have been, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. I think they've been more like longer discussions on a certain topic
That's good.
than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because they're figuring out, well, in the beginning,
time.
They did Monkey News and his diary and they were doing all these things. But
True.
of course, I know that they've probably, before this, they had that XFM show.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't know how to.
Well,
do this.
wasn't basically the FM shows?
XFM?
XFM?
Yeah.
This is from that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
They're
so.
just excerpts,
Yeah.
the best of type thing from that show? From that
Maybe.
series?
I don't know.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
Let's know if we're wrong, but
Oh,
that's
they
what
will.
I know.
They will let you know.
I kind of think so. But anyway, that was good. I mean, I think Karl did well defending himself.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Karl's
And
smart.
I thought it was clever that when they asked him, how do you express yourself?
Yeah.
He thought of quite quickly, unless there was time with editing.
Yeah.
He thought of it quite quickly that he
That's what I'm
hums
That's
or
what I'm
that
saying.
he whistles.
I know people don't think so. They think Karl's weird and everything, but I think he is super, super smart.
Mm.
Like
I think you've called him a genius before, and then someone in Patreon's like, well.
I mean, I just think that he does things that makes you really, really smart. He reads all the time.
Yeah.
He's inquisitive. He's thinking. He's
always
he's
thinking.
using his imagination.
Mhm.
Like he's a smart dude. I'm gonna
That's
tell you.
true.
All right. All right. Hopefully you liked that reaction. If you did and you want to see more like it, then all you gotta do is subscribe. I mean, it is
Free.
free. And you can turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we put out our next video. As always, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you on the next video. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Peace.